island fortress of Cair Andros, which guards Gondor's northernmost causeways over the River Anduin, is under siege. Battering rams rumble up the eastern causeway, and rafts filled with orcs float across the river toward the lightly defended northern banks. Hello, and welcome back to the Line Unbroken, my series in which I'm playing through each of the scenarios of the Lord of the Rings living card game in turn, using only cards which were available at the time of the release. Here I'm playing the third and final scenario of the Heirs of Numenor Deluxe expansion, Siege of Cair Andros. So, as I said in the accompanying blog posts, there's a debate as to whether this scenario or Into Ithilien is more difficult. I personally prefer this one. I've had less difficulty with it in the past, but I have had some fairly horrific failures against this quest on occasion. But I think essentially, if I can get established, there's not much that can go wrong. There are maybe a couple of cards that can throw everything into disarray all at once. But regardless, so we had the approach to the citadel and the banks to the staging area. Here they are. The assault is relentless, and the defenders grow weary. The tide is slowly but surely turning against you. Siege and damage from undefended attacks must be dealt to the lowest threat battleground location in play. If there are no battleground locations in play, immediately advance to the next stage. That is generally how one advances to the next stage. In fact, I have never quested all the way through this quest stage. You really kind of don't want to. So, okay. Well, it's unfortunate that I don't have any allies other than the Citadel Custodian, which is currently very expensive, but I will straight away put a Song of Kings onto Denethor, thus protecting him against the Master's malice. And that will be that. Over here, on the other hand, I want to save these Eagles of the Misty Mountains, but I can put this Spear of the Citadel onto Baragond for free because of his ability. I should save for that feint as well. But that means I can still put a Blade of Gondolin onto Brand. And that should be fine. Okay, no, hang on. I'll play The Eagles Are Coming first. Finding no eagles. Okay. In that case, I will put the Blade of Gondolin onto Brand. Now, questing, there is a total of 6 threats in the staging area, but we can quest for 2, 4, 7, 11. Sea Draft, when revealed, deal 2 damage to the lowest threat battleground location in play if able. That is the banks. And Orc Rabble. Okay, I've added an extra 5 threat. So I break even, which is fine, that's all I needed to do. And I will immediately travel to the banks because I want to get them explored before they are destroyed. If I do not successfully explore them, then I will have to go to stage 2 of the quest. And I will probably be totally screwed at that point. This, of course, being the main quest mechanic, where if we explore these battleground locations, then they remove quest stages from the remainder of the quest, because we've already sort of, I guess, reinforced the defenses in question or something like that. So I'm going to have to engage both of these enemies. That's fine. Alright, so I'm going to have the Orc Rabble come down here and the Sea Draft come down here. Then, because of the way that chains of shadow cards can happen, I think I would rather use my feint on the Orc Rabble. See, that would have dealt it another shadow card and thus made it more attack than the Sea Draft. Bjorn will defend the Sea Draft, he does not exhaust. 2 damage to the approach. Okay, 4 attack versus 1 defense, 3 damage. And now to attack back. Bjorn will attack the Sea Draft for 5, dealing 4 damage. Brand, since he has the Blade of Gondolin, is 4 attack against orcs. He can kill this Orc Rabble and place 1 progress on the banks. And ready Denethor, who will exhaust to take a look at the top card of the encounter deck. It is another Sea Draft, which would destroy the banks, so I'll put that to the bottom of the deck. Control N. On we go. Thicket of Spears. Very helpful, but I really want these Eagles of the Misty Mountains in play right away. Over here, let's put some Ranger Spikes up in the staging area. And I guess that'll be it. So now there's 5 threat. 2, 4, 7, 11, 13. Well, the archery is unfortunate, but it's no threat because of the ranger spikes. The archery is very unfortunate, but that makes me 6 progress. Banks are explored. That's the most important one. I can deal with going to stages 3 and 4 of the quest, but I'm really not built for willpower. So, at this point, I'll travel to the Citadel. Because, well, I mean, I could do the approach first. Stage 3 is kind of easier than Stage 4, so I'll stick with it like this. Now, I don't have to engage these mercenaries, but the archery is going to be a problem. Shadow effects are also going to be a problem. This is difficult. Because, see, I'm thinking I could bring down the mercenaries here, sneak attack the Citadel Custodian as a chump blocker, but the problem with that idea is that then I wouldn't be able to kill the mercenaries, and so the archery would still be a problem. Whereas, if I bring them down over here, then potentially on a subsequent round I've got this thicket of spears. But this round, Bjorn would have to take both attacks unless I defended with Brand, but then I can't kill anything. But if Bjorn takes both attacks, then I'm at serious risk from shadow effects. And I would rather not lose a hero this early. Well, I'd rather not lose a hero at all, but definitely not this early in the game. Oh, no, wait. I can kill the mercenaries over here, so I'll do it that way. Alright, so there is archery 5. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now let's sneak attack the Citadel Custodian. Over here, Bjorn will defend against the Siege Raft. Power of Mortal is gone. That is nice to know because it's a ridiculous card. Another 3 damage to Bjorn. Citadel Custodian will defend. Deal 2 damage to the Citadel. Oh no, wait. The Custodian is not killed. Damn. That messes up everything. I was planning on Imrahil being readied. Okay. I didn't think this through properly. But I can kill the Siege Raft and place a progress from the Blade of Gondolin. Move on. Oh, and this Citadel Custodian is back in my hand. Could play him again for the full 5 cost. Don't really want to. Now that I have kind of limited options, actually. Well, it's not too bad, I suppose. Possibilities. No, it's okay. So let's not anything here. And here, as useful as that thicket could be, I think I'll get a Gondorian Spearman onto the table. So there's only 2 threat in the staging area now. 2, 4. Could just go for 9. Being a bit more conservative at this point. Okay. 2 Orc Arsonists. This could be problematic. Okay. So, well, that's added 6 threat, so I only make 1 progress. And now I need to decide where I want these arsonists to engage. Well, yeah, I definitely... No, that's fine. I definitely want 1 here, and I course, don't really have a choice. It's one on each side. Of course, when they engage, they deal shadow cards. So everything will have 2 shadows. Now I have 5 archery damage to assign again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And okay. So let's have the Gunlorian Spearman defend against this Arsonist, dealing a point of damage. 2 additional shadow cards. Extra attack. That could ruin everything. 2 damage to the Citadel. 2 additional attacks. That really does ruin everything. Well, Spearman is dead. Imrahil readies. I'll pay 1 for Valiant Sacrifice. Did not draw a feint. I guess maybe I should have saved for that Thicket of Spears. Yeah, the Thicket of Spears would have allowed me to sort everything out a lot easier. Well. I guess I'll have to have... I really want to kill these mercenaries because of the archery, but... if I defend with Bjorn, he's at serious risk of dying. And... oh wait, it's 2 extra attacks. I am pretty much completely screwed, I think. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I'm not completely screwed, because I now have 4 more attacks to take. So one of them will end up being undefended. Okay, so, well, let's just see how it plays out. I expect to die here, but Imrahil will defend this attack. So that's a total of 4 attack. I play for Gondor, Imrahil gets an extra point of defense and lives. Let's do Beyond next. Okay, and then let's do Baragon, damage from the spear. +1 for each shadow card dealt to it. Because Baragon is Gondor and I played for Gondor, he currently has 5 defense, but 4 shadow cards, so that's 7 attack. And I am guaranteed looking at a dead hero. Yeah, I didn't get the allies onto the table that I really needed. Well, and of course I got 2 extra attack shadows on the same enemy and 5 archery. So I think we'll just call that a wash.